we have guys as well. And coming to the stage here to tantalize you, there he is, our tap dancing sailor sensation, Buddy Watson, everybody. Cheers!
What? That's not Jesse. What's going on here?
Hey!
Becky. Oh, I
That's
see
'cause
what
I'm
this
not
is.
ready.
You tapped earlier, and I'm going to show you up tonight. Oh, okay. All right, well, I'll let you go ahead and start while I catch my breath and sip on this little summer juice here. Go on, go on. Let me see what you got. Uh-huh.
It's on. All right.
Ooh, sure made me dizzy. All right, all right. Air five.
Good job, Virtual
Air
High Five.
five!
Hey, don't touch me.
I student 5, you guys, because I did nothing except enjoy that tap challenge. Buddy Watson, how you doing, honey? Cheers
Pretty
to
good,
you.
Jesse. How you doing?
Good. I saw your mommy joining us. Hi, Mama Watson. She said you're awesome and do the laundry. No, I'm just kidding. She didn't say that. But buddy, can you tell us? You are a Navy veteran. Can you tell everybody, you know, what you did in the Navy? You know, the unclassified version, like where you served.
It's pretty much the same as the classified version. I was an electrician on submarines. I did maintenance on all the electrical things, and I wiped up a lot of oil and lots of all that fun stuff. And then I was a recruiter for a few years, so I learned about the whole big Navy and all that jazz here in LA, and that's how I got to meet the wonderful pinups on tour.
I love it. So you were a submariner, and I'm saying it right? Because everyone says submariner.
I like submariner. That's the way I like it.
Yeah, you're like a mariner of the sub. I love it. Yeah. Well, okay, you've been with us. I thought your story was really interesting. Do you remember how we found you? It was kind of like a happy accident with a show whoopsie that happened at the Legion. Can you tell everybody about that?
Yeah, it was sort of the first time. Pinups on Tour wasn't necessarily Pinups on Tour yet, but they were basically the people who were going to become the first cast. We're doing a show at Hollywood Post 43, and I had just joined like that month or something. And they were doing a big event. And I happened to know the guy that was MC in the show, and I had met him at some other event. He was an Army vet. I was a Navy vet. We were talking about breaking into entertainment after you get out of the service. And somebody was having a wardrobe malfunction backstage or something, and he had to kill time. And he just looked around and saw me sitting on the floor. I was about 4 or 5 martinis in or something. And he said, "Buddy, yeah, he's going to be a tap dancer one day. Get up here, shoot your stuff." I was like, "What?" These shoes, and oh man. So I said, "Put the mic on the floor," and he held it down there. And I did something, I don't know. But Julia saw it, and we the history was made from there.
Yeah, I actually was co-hosting that show with him, and I remember being like, you know, when your co-host is out on stage, you want to come and rescue them. And I remember being like stuck in an outfit, like I can't help him. And all of a sudden I hear, and like you just went on and on and on for what seemed an eternity, so we could figure out whatever the malfunction was. But you killed it, and all I could hear from backstage, trying to frantically get in my outfit, was this amazing like pounding taps. So I thought that was so cool. I have my iPad. I wanted to show you this photo because I love when we can share stories from the road. Do you remember this at the Boston police post, this gentleman? I don't know if you guys can see.
That was one of my favorites.
Can you tell everybody a little bit of like what happened? Do you remember? I can fill you in if you don't.
Yeah, no, I totally remember. I was actually thinking about that. This guy was a huge Gregory Hines fan, and he had never been to see Gregory Hines live. And I believe he had like tickets to a show that was coming up or something where he was finally going to get to see him, and then Gregory Hines was sick, and he ended up dying before he got to do the show. So I was actually working on material from the movie Tap at the time that I was doing that show in Boston, and I performed that whole routine, and he remembered it like he was watching the movie, and it was one of the greatest moments of, you know, that instantaneous connection with somebody in the audience and getting to give them something that they'd always wanted to see. You know, I'm no Gregory Hines, but at least I got to give him a little bit of the steps.
That was so beautiful because he was telling me about it, and I was like, the show was over. He's like, "No, don't bother him. Don't bother him." I was like, "No, he can do Gregory Hines. I've seen him do like all different types of tap dancers and different genres." And like, I feel like his face just like, you guys, if you guys would have been there, like I actually started like tearing up watching him. He kept looking and was like, "Oh my God, like, oh my gosh, like I can't believe I'm seeing, you know, Gregory through Buddy Watson." So I just have to say cheers to you because you always make our veterans smile inside and outside the hospital. And Buddy, if people want to follow you, where can they find you?
Here on Facebook, I have Buddy the Entertainer page, but also on Instagram, Buddy the Entertainer. Pretty simple, straightforward.
Well, perfect. Thanks for joining us, Buddy, on our 5-year anniversary show. Cheers!
5-year anniversary, Pinups on Tour.